Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hello everyone, my name is Putrie Intan Patrychia, and in this video, I'm going to talk about the article that I read for my reading project. The article is titled Reading Attitudes in L1 and L2 and Their Influence on L2 Extensive Reading, written by Junko Yamashita in 2004. I found this topic really interesting because it talks about how our feeling toward reading in our first language can influence how we read in a second language like English. And in this presentation, I will answer three main questions. First is why I choose this text, what I learned from it, and what additional thought comes to my mind after reading it. Alright, the first question is which reading option text did you choose and why? I chose the article Reading Attitudes in L1 and L2 and Their Influence on L2 Extensive Reading by Junko Yamashita because it discusses something that truly connects with my own experience as an English learner. The author investigates how students' attitudes toward reading in their first language affect their performance and motivation when reading in English. I decided to read this article because sometimes I notice that when I enjoy reading books or stories in my native language, it becomes easier and more fun for me to read English text too. So, I wanted to understand scientifically why this happens and how our emotion can shape our learning experience. The second question, what was the most important thing that you learned from the text you choose to read? The most important thing I learned is that positive emotion toward reading, such as comfort, enjoyment, and confidence, play a big role in helping learners perform better in English extensive reading. The study found that learners who love reading in their first language tend to enjoy reading in English too, even if their English level isn't very high. What really caught my attention was that English proficiency did not strongly affect this connection. That means even if someone's English isn't perfect yet, having a positive attitude can still help them read more and improve naturally. The author also discovered that simply thinking reading is useful isn't enough. When truly matter is feeling happy, relaxed, and confident while reading. It made me realize that language learning isn't just about grammar or vocabulary, but also about our mindset and emotion. Okay, the third question is what additional thought or question came to mind as you were reading and thinking about this article? After reading this article, I started thinking about how teachers can help students develop more positive feelings toward reading in English. Maybe they can start by giving easier, more interesting materials, like short stories, online articles, or books about students' favorite topics, so that reading feels enjoyable instead of stressful. I also wondered whether this idea applies to other skills, like writing or speaking, if positive feelings can influence reading performance. Maybe they can also make students more confident in other parts of learning English. And this article really made me see how emotional comfort and motivation are just as important as academic skills in learning a language. To conclude, this article helped me understand that reading is not only about understanding words or grammar, but also about enjoying the process. When students have positive feelings toward reading, they are more likely to keep reading and improve naturally. So, overall, this article truly changed my perspective. It taught me that the key to success in learning English is not just ability, but attitude. Alright, that's all from me. Thank you so much for your listening to my presentation. I really enjoy sharing my thought about this article with you all. I hope my explanation can inspire others to see reading not just as an excitement, but as something enjoyable and meaningful. If we keep a positive attitude toward reading, I believe we can keep improving our English step by step. Once again, thank you for your attention and have a wonderful day everyone. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.